Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships with the Hive Hand. And so, firstly, I want to apologise for the lack of videos. Real life has been really busy, so we've just been focusing on keeping the live streams going. But I am hopefully going to have a bit more free time and start uploading some more videos a bit more regularly. And well, this is going to be the first of many. Hopefully, and today we're going to have a look at the Might of Japan, the latest update, and I'm not going to go through absolutely everything because there's a lot, so I think we'll just get into the meat and bones and the most exciting parts. So first off, we get two new campaigns. There's the Yazan Booty Leader and the Tokyo Express campaign. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. So the YB leader, as we're going to call it, is going to be a campaign for the Tier 7 Japanese cruiser, the Izumo. This is going to be the first of the... It's going to be essentially a heavy cruiser. She can have 9 310mm guns, and it's going to be very much high explosive focused, and she also has 27mm of armour, so she'll be able to tank everything up to I believe that's 14-inch guns. I'll have to check the maths, but I'm sure someone will do that in the comments for me. You know, the typical rewards, you know, boosters, capos, Commander XP, credits, global XP, 25 promotion orders, 3 insignias, 2 commendations. It does have 3 big crates and 2 Black Friday crates, and it's the usual 2,500 doubloons for that. And then the second campaign, which, to be honest with you, I'm not all that impressed with, the Tokyo Express campaign. Essentially is going to give you the Japanese commander Reizo Tanaka. It's still 2,500 doubloons, although you will get 1,250 back if you complete the campaign. And this is definitely more focused towards building up your commanders. So in the free part, you get 8 promotion orders, an insignia, a commendation, and a commander crate, along with the regular boosters, credits, commander XP. But with the backing, you're going to get an extra 22 promotion orders, 2 insignias, a commendation, 7 days of premium time, and of course the Japanese commander Reizo Tanaka. Now, why the focus on Reizo Tanaka? He's a destroyer captain. That's because the second branch of the Japanese destroyers are coming, so the Minakaze, the Hachirua, the Shiratsu, and the Akaze tiers 1 to 7 are going to be coming. They're going to split a tier 4 from the Mitsuki, so if you haven't got the Mitsuki yet, you probably want to get that round out pretty quick. These aren't, they're not another set of torpedo boats. These are definitely, they're still predominantly, torpedoes are always going to be the Japanese strengths, but these have much better gun characteristics and anti-aircraft weaponry, which is going to become quite handy for when carriers come out in a couple of months. No early access mechanism this time, which I really like. I hate the early access because you unlock the tier 6 and you never played the other tiers. So that has gone, and now it's just going to be straight unlocked. There's going to be a new series of ranked battles. Season 8 will be coming from the 16th of November till the 14th of December, so it's going to be quite a long one, and this is going to be at tier 6. So we'll do our picks for tier 6 cruisers, destroyers and battleships for ranked. Obviously the typical rewards, there's going to be some Black Friday 2020 crates at the end, plus several commanders items, some doubloons, various containers, premium account time, and even some paint. So the exact rewards pretty similar to the previous ones by the look of it. Any ranks you earned in Season 7 will equate to the number of stars you automatically receive at Season 8. Teams comprise of 7 ships and are mirrored. Divisions are allowed with only up to 2 players. A limit of 2 destroyers per team. A draw means a loss for both. If your team wins, you get a star. If your team loses, you lose a star. Unless you're first place on the losing team, you get to keep your current star. And once you reach rank 1, that's it, you can't play anymore. And the maps have modified spawn locations for the new season, and the maps are going to be Strait, New Dawn, Shards and North. They've also split it up into 3 separate leagues now. So there are the separation happens at rank 11 and then rank 5. So up to rank 11 you're going to be in League 1. 11 to 5 League 2, 5 plus you're going to be in League 1 then. There are 16 ranks, with irrevocable ones being 16, 15, 12, 10, 5 and 1. New projects in the Bureau. So we have the 2 new legendary ships. I think enough people have done enough videos about these, so I'm not going to go into any great detail. So we're going to have the legendary Shimakaze for the Japanese, which is going to be very much a Japanese torpedo boat. Torpedoes will have a range of 8 kilometers, but they'll run at 76 knots. Alternative torpedoes will have a range of 11 kilometers, but run at 67 knots, with a slightly longer reload time of 153 instead of 131 seconds. Base concealment of 6.7, so not quite as sneaky as the rest, so that is something to take into consideration. And then the second legendary destroyer, which is going to be the Khabarovsk. For you fans of communism out there, 22,500 hit points. That's its main thing. It's really fast. It's going to have 6-kilometer torpedoes that run at 58 knots. It'll have 10 of them with a 100-second reload time. But it's more about the guns. That it's got 130mm guns, and there's going to be 8 of them with 1900 HE shell damage, 2600 AP shell damage, and a 5-second reload. It'll run at 43 knots without any speed boosts, without any flags, without any commander skills, so it is going to be very quick. But its surface detectability range is 7.7 kilometers, so it is definitely going to be. You're going to have to be cautious there. It does have a choice between smoke or repair party as well. Then moving on to the Black Friday 2020 crates. So new year, new Black Friday, new ships. So they're going to be in the store from the 16th to the 30th of November, and there's going to be all new Black Series of ships. This time around we're going to have the Mutsu, the Indianapolis, the Blauskovicka and the Otago. The Mutsu, Indianapolis and Blauskovicka you'll be able to buy directly from the store, but the Black Otago has a very low drop rate from the Black Friday containers, so you're going to have to run the gauntlet if you want to get that. The key one there is the Blauskovicka. If you buy the Blauskovicka, you don't get Jezza, Schwertsticky or whatever his name is, but you unlock access to him. So don't think if you buy him 100 times, you're going to have 100 times for access. If you buy him 30 times, you're not going to get a legendary 4 Jezza but you will unlock the ability to use him. So caution on that. You're not, if you've got the Blaskovica already and you buy it expecting to get promotion orders or personal commendation, sorry, you're not going to. So don't do that. That is definitely something that you want to try and avoid as much as possible. Right, on to the big thing, and this has been something I've heard people ranting and raving about for months, and to be honest with you, I've been involved in it too. So, secondary armament improvements. So, there's going to be multiple armament improvements, including a new consumable, a new skill, and a few improvements to the existing skill. But keep in mind, if you want to be doing some, hefty secondary damage, you're going to need to invest a lot in your command builds. This isn't something that you're just going to be able to slap together with a, rank 5. What's his name? Oh, I keep on forgetting them. You've got Hipper. What's the Halloween guy? Oh, crap. I probably should have. You know what I mean. Anyone who's interested in secondary builds knows who the commander is. So every battleship in the game is going to receive 2 charges of the enhanced secondary targeting consumable. So depending on the ship, this consumable will either replace something, planes for most, or be added to their arsenal in some cases. So the Vanguard, for example, won't lose anything, it will just gain enhanced secondaries. Your secondary armaments become significantly more precise for 30 seconds and has 180 second cooldown. Every brawling battleship commander will receive the property Meticulous skill, which reduces the reload time of the secondaries from 5 to 15%, and prolongs the duration of the enhanced secondary targeting consumable by 10 to 35%. The Porcupine skill is going to get a huge buff, with shell grouping improvements from 3 to 12 to 5 to 15, whilst maximum dispersion radius narrows from 5 to 15 to 7 to 18. And the elbow room base trait on Franz von Hipper, used as the main inspiration for secondary builds, will receive an additional improvement of shell grouping of secondary armament up to 5%. So that's 5, 18. They're going to be a lot more accurate. They're going to be about 20% or 23, 24% more accurate. We've only gathered limited case data from super testers, so it's important that you provide feedback should you decide to go the secondary route. Now, some of you may have seen it, some of you may not. I've done an extensive test on Bismarck secondary builds a couple of months ago. So what we're going to do when this comes out, we're going to test them again, and then we're going to compare it to my previous tests and see how viable these secondaries are. This could be really good or really bad, so we'll find out. Also, some additional balance changes. The Grosser Kurfürst secondary battery range has been increased from 5 to 7 kilometers, bringing her in line with the Bismarck. And while it isn't record-breaking range, it should still allow for some viable secondary builds. The Alaska is getting a huge buff. But it says Alaska survivability looks like it needed to be bolstered a little. I don't think so. I love the Alaska, but this I'm really happy about. So, her repair party will now restore 20% of Citadel damage instead of 10, and will also get an additional heal, so increased from 2 to 3, and her damage control party cooldown has been reduced. But if you're taking fully packed, That's 4 heals on the Alaska. That is definitely going to change the way some people play it. Some general next-gen release updates. So the Xbox X or S version of the game, which will be released before the update cycle is over, won't support voice communications with other platforms other than the Series X or S. So you won't be able to talk to anyone on Xbox One or PS4, but crossplay will be supported straight away as it is currently. Announcements on Legends for PS5 will follow soon. Some miscellaneous changes. Weekly mission chain has been added for legendary ships, which will allow you to win 5 promotion orders. The default port will be changed to Nagasaka in full blossoming Sakura. I think those are the pretty red flowers. Any lira left over from the previous campaign will be converted at 7,500 credits to 1 lira. Tabs will stay in your account. Any experience from Rust and Rumble ships will be put on the Albany. The premium tier premium ships Texas and Mutsu will be removed from the ships tab, but will become available as components of various platform or in-game store bundles later. Some of the longer ship names that didn't fit in the combat log have been made shorter. The reloader ship trait description has been changed a little to make more sense. We've improved the legibility of various division tooltips that appear in the battle mode card in the main menu, and some personal patches that previously appeared too large in the tactical map have had their size corrected so they don't look weird anymore. Some big bug fixes. The Roma had 2 13mm spots in her deck armour, which could be penetrated by destroyer shells, leading to cases where destroyers were able to score citadels on it. They've been reinforced up to 100mm, making citadels impossible, despite in cases of nigh on improbable ricochets. Modification icon on ship loadout menu appears with a delay. Commander tab won't allow scrolling through nations after a particular sequence of actions has been performed with the ship filter carousel. That's been fixed. Consumable stats when stats were using different size fonts, that is no longer the case. Divisions compromising of legendary tier ships sometimes won't be able to start a battle if one or more players was scrolling through the carousel. Fixed. Several inadequacies in notification sending logic has been fixed. Unintended blurring could be present on the campaign screen after a particular action. Sequences only occurred whilst players are in divisions, and that's been fixed. And hitting friendly ships with torpedoes will no longer be counted towards mission progress. Thank God. Mission tabs on the battle results screen could be pushed partly off the screen when there was too many ribbons or medals present. That has also been fixed as well. So a lot going on, but we try to keep it as short and sweet as possible. Do tell us in the comments what you're looking forward to in this upgrade. So obviously the big things are the tier 7 Azuma, the big changes to the secondary builds capabilities for both the Bismarck and the Ghost Curve first, and well, I'm quite excited to test them out, and I guess I better play the Ghost Curve first a bit and do a difference, a before and after as well for secondary builds maybe. But thank you for sticking with us. I hope you enjoyed the patch notes. And, well, until next time, take care.
Enemy battleship foundered.
provide cover for that target.